if you want to fail at whatever it is you're trying to achieve, go ahead and click off this video. Because the truth is what I'm going to tell you is you need to just start. Okay? It doesn't matter where you are at. It doesn't matter with what tools you have. Okay? You need to just start today. And if you don't do that, then, you know, you're wasting your time. You're putting it off. You're not going to ever get anywhere. And you're going to start getting very frustrated and wondering why you can't complete the goal that you have to complete. Man, I know plenty of guys with plenty of ambition and plenty of drive and plenty of work. And their problem is that they just haven't started, you know, from the beginning. And if you can start from the beginning today, you will achieve what you're trying to achieve. Maybe not in the way that you thought you would achieve it. No, definitely not. But you will achieve the goal that you've set out in your mind. Man, some people want to learn how to ride a bike very well or ride BMX. You know, and I'll tell you this is a personal story. So I wanted to ride BMX. Didn't have a BMX bike. I had a 25-pound, 30-pound old bike when I started riding, and man, I remember how heavy it was, and I was trying to learn how to pull it up and do bunny hops, and the darn bars on that bike are this short, you know, as opposed to new BMX bikes. They have like 10-inch bars, 9-inch bars. These were like 3-inch bars. So you're like hunched over this thing and aren't able to pull it up. But I still was pulling it up. I was learning the manual. I was learning to ride. And I remember I was actually across the street at this elementary school. And I went to do a curb hop where you jump up and you hit your back tire on the curb and it pops it up, and you just kind of jump right up. And I did that and my back tire popped and I went face first over the bars. And then after that I was like, okay, I need to buy a new bike. And then I bought the new bike and I started learning on a new bike. And that new bike really wasn't that good. It was like $400, and we call them pre-made bikes, but anyways, it was put together. Well, that being said, after all that time, new bike, everything, you know, after probably 2 years of riding, my bike was worth probably $1,500. And most of it I got from people around me, people in the community, people that saw that I was riding and didn't have the necessary equipment and wanted to have better equipment, and they just kind of handed me things, they gave me things, but that was because of my ambition going out there and trying to succeed. You know, and that's everything. I think people want to see others succeed. I think, like, we hate watching failure. We hate watching others, you know, not succeed at what they want to achieve. You know, we want to see the best. You know, you ever seen someone crash in public and you're like, oh gosh, like that sucks. That's really not great. You know, I know plenty of artists that started with a pencil and a piece of paper, something super easy. You know, everyone's got one of those. And now they are some of the most talented artists in the game. They are literal comic book artists for some of the highest comic book art studios in the game. I know people that wanted to be golfers and they had literal wooden clubs. And they started with wooden clubs, and now they are one of the best golfers I know. You know, they were handed things by others. They grabbed deals. They did whatever they could to achieve that goal that they wanted to achieve in their mind. And that's what you have to do. You know, if it's starting YouTube, dude, here's the truth. If you have a phone and you're watching this video, you can start YouTube today. You can start it right now. Start TikTok, start Instagram. You want to do those? You can start it right now. You know, And you will learn how to achieve greatness on those sites. You will learn how to achieve the best things on those sites, right? But you need to start now, right? If you keep pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and not developing your skill set, you're not going to achieve anything. You're not going to get very far, dude. So my goal right now is that we get a little bit further. We push you a little bit further. We find something that you really enjoy, something that you really like to do, something that you want to achieve, and we can get that handled for you today. So you're starting today. You're starting right now. Man, it's funny. Like the biggest truth about these things, though, is that you have to have ambition in that area. I know plenty of people that are pushing themselves to start something that they don't want to do. And I just recently did this. I bought a $1,000 pressure washer to start a pressure washing business. And the truth is I did not want to start a pressure washing business. It's never been something that I've wanted to do. I just did it because I was like, you know what? Like, I need to make some money. I need to figure out how to make some money. I need to put money in my pocket. So what did I do? I chased the money. And there I got thrown into an area where it's like, okay, I don't want to do this. I have no ambition. I bought a $1,000 pressure washer, have no clue how to even get clients. You know, had I just started from the beginning, started right at the beginning and been like, man, I'd like to pick up some clients, go get some clients for that, gone through all the ringer, finally come out of that, I probably would have made a lot more money than I have. And I probably wouldn't have bought a $1,000 pressure washer because I would have figured out that I did or did not want to do it. Did or not want to start a pressure washing company. You know, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to start this. I wanted to start YouTube, which, hey, a lot of people would make fun of. A lot of people would be like, why don't put all your eggs in this basket? That's probably a good idea. Probably shouldn't put all the eggs in this basket. But that being said, I needed to start. I needed to pick up the phone and record. You know, and I know how to make thumbnails. I know how to edit shorts in a really good way. I know how to do this. I know how to do that. Long form content. Kind of up in arms about that because I like the natural aspect of just talking on the camera. I think that's a good part of, you know, the truth. And what I enjoy with the YouTube is that I can just talk and yeah. You know, so this being said, how do we get you to start whatever it is you want to do today? Whether it's, you know, if you wanted to become I say big goals, but like, let's say you have a little goal. Your little goal is I want to be manager at Burger King. It's like, okay, well, do you work at Burger King? No. Okay, then this is our problem. So now we have to start you working at Burger King. Let's get you in at Burger King. Now, are you going to go in and try and be an employee? Or are you going to go in and try and be a manager immediately? You know, what do you want to do? What do you want to do here? Okay, well, let's figure all these things out. You know, do you want to go into sales? Do you want to go into this? Do you want to go into that? Marketing, this, psychology. What do you want? Okay, because whatever it is you want is the first thing you need to learn. And then once you figure out what you want, you can figure out what you need to do to get there. All right, so let's figure out what we want, what we really want. Let's not shove down these dreams because I think your dreams are valid. You know, I know people that want to be musicians. Go be a musician. Pick up a guitar. Go start playing in, you know, bands. Go start playing in jam bands. Go start messing around with other people that know what they're doing. They start teaching you things. You start learning new things. You start playing around, learning new things, you know, bouncing ideas off each other. You'll pick up everything. And then eventually you'll be in a band. You'll be playing once a week for $500 a week. You'll be like, man, this is pretty nice. Why didn't I do this earlier? Why didn't I start this earlier? You want to learn how to ride a dirt bike? Do you have a dirt bike? No. Let's go find someone that has a dirt bike. Let's go do a dirt bike course. Guarantee you they'll let you use a dirt bike. You just got to ask. You got to be like, hey, I think I have ambition here. Hey, I think I can do it. I think I can achieve this goal. And then if you hop on and you achieve it and you show them what's up, be like, hey, why don't you come around every once in a while and do this? You know, I think I want to be a master carpenter. Do you know a carpenter? Let's go find a carpenter. Let's pick up a board and put it down. Whatever it is you want to be, we can achieve. There's nothing in this world that is too big. Nothing. Let's say you want to learn how to fly and levitate with your mind. Dude, I'm going to be honest. We can probably achieve that. I'm being real. Like, this is the truth. Like, anything that you have set in your mind is achievable. It is possible. You know, how I'm going to achieve levitating with your mind, I don't know. Maybe look at some birds, figure out how they work. You know, look at some planes or something. Learn how to do that, and you will be floating. Look at a helicopter. I don't know. Like, talk to a helicopter, I guess. Talk to a helicopter pilot. You might learn how to do it yourself. Let's build you some tools. Let's figure this out. Whatever it is, you know, start today, start right now. And you'll figure it out. You'll learn, and you'll be like, wow, I've learned so much. It's unbelievable. I've learned so much on how to achieve this goal. It is unbelievable. And I'm able to do it. That being said, man, I will be talking to you guys next time. Ka-chow.